steps in the way of the camera? Just hang in right here.
All right, everyone, we're gonna get started with the City Hall. So you want to come on round and we'll give you a little recap of the week. Well, thank you all for being able to join us here today for our lovely City Hall. This is actually now our third City Hall. It's been going well so far. Yeah, can we get like a little round of applause for the City Hall? Here we go. Now, today's BuildStop actually was record attendance. We had over 40 people come and join us. So we're doing very well. It's what we love to be able to see. Each week it's going to get more and more busy. And then when it gets to 60, we're going to cut it. And it's only for our members and contributors that can be allowed in. I'm looking forward to that day where I get to say, nope, no. Come back, win a bounty, and then you can come back and talk.
There you are.
And it's, for us, that's emphasizing our goals for this year, which is quality and creating a space for all of you guys to be able to make sure that you're speaking to the very best people in the industry and thriving as a part of that.
Amen.
So let's, on that note, talk about what we've been up to over this month, because we're at the end of the month. So we had our lovely recap. If you missed it, it's posted on Twitter. You get a whole article. You can subscribe to Substack to receive the updates each month. But we've been doing incredible things. Our GDP crossed 100K. Can we get like a hoorah for like crossing 100K GDP? So remember, this is an accumulation of all the bounties, all the grants that we've issued over the time, and all the jobs and the additional value that we've been able to give to the ecosystem. So this is a great milestone to be able to hit, and I'm excited to continue to strive and go on further. We've got a long way to go to reach, I think India is at like 1.8 million. So we've got a long way to go. They had a head start. But we'll get there. We'll be able to thrive and be able to reach the new heights. So exciting to be able to do that and continue growing on. So what a great month. Looking forward to another one next month. So as you know, the kind of structure for this little call, we'll talk about some wins, what's been going on, shout out you guys as the members. We've got a little showcase. This one's a little bit different. So I'll leave that little surprise for you as we get to it. And then little touch on the events and the earning opportunities around. Usual structure. Before we get in, I want to give a shout out to George, who won our previous bounty. So as you know, we do our BuildStop and City Hall bounties. You can scan the QR codes here if you are in person. If you are virtual, they will be here as well. But shout out to George. Could be a round of applause to George. Not only his recap was so good, he won both of the bounties. So if you're able to like take things up, you get to swoop the whole 100. And so you can scan the QR codes here to be able to make sure it's on earn.superteam.fun. There's one specifically for the BuildStop. So that was talk about today, record attendance, Veet's doing her roundtable, some really cool people in the room, be able to talk about how your experience there. And then specifically the City Hall, so what I'm going through now, so being able to talk about the member wins, the events, the special showcase, and the cool things going on. So if you want to get involved there, we have also, Jack's been sliding up and getting the photos up, so you can scan this to get the photos for today. Again, there'll be another QR code around afterwards, but if you want to get those real-time, high quality photos, so your recap looks the best, here you go. You can be able to get the photos there. So I'll give you guys a second to be able to scan that before I do switch over. So 1, 2, 3. Sweet. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Starting off with the big wins of the week. So, what have we got? Well, I want to be a bit cheeky first and shout out one of our newest members, our friend Victor from the lovely Mad Lads community. So I think this is really cool that we get to have a little bit of fun, bring the Mad Lads with us. He joined us in Birmingham for his first ever trip. We're bullish, and so I wanted to make sure Victor got his little special shout out. I'm sure hope he enjoys that. I also want to give a shout out to Nick from Assista. He's had a great start to the year, expanding out his team, being able to bring on new clients and really establish what his future looks like. So doing some great stuff there. Round of applause for Nick. Doing great stuff with Assista, pushing on. I also want to give a shout out to Jay from Christians and Web3, hosting an awesome meetup with the community there. Nice little montage graphic, which I love to be able to see. If you're doing your recap for the BuildStop at City Hall, I'd recommend doing something similar to that. It looks class, gets everything in one go, great feature image to sit at the top of your thread to then go through. So shout out to Jay for doing that. And then also, shout out to Sasaya for continuing her bounty streak. Came second in our Moongate Twitter thread. So this is what we love to be able to see. She's now 4 for 4, so continuing to slap onto it. If you're an amazing content creator, so many opportunities with the bounties to be able to take care of it. So round of applause to Jay and Sasaya. All right, so now I want to give us a special little showcase. So this is something a little bit more unique. There is a movie coming that they're building on Solana, that they're wanting to grow out the community utilizing that base, and I'll let them tell more, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait for that. So there's a little sneak preview of Antara, and we'll come back to that. Next, we'll talk about the events themselves. So obviously coming up, we're doing some cool things at universities. So our Build School in York is coming up in a couple weeks. Again, if you're keen to be able to join us there, let me know. We'll be able to travel together up as a unit, have a big, awesome showcase. We could even be showcasing a very special new secret sauce that we have. I don't know if I want to share it yet. I don't think we can share it yet. You're going to have to wait and see. Maybe we'll just come up to York and see it. But we've got a little secret weapon up our sleeve that we're bringing to some of our big events that you'll be able to see soon. It's engaging, it's fun, and everyone will love it. Michael's laughing because he knows. But then this is going to be awesome. Give us a clue. No, it's this.
I'm this.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, you're bringing that up. And then, secondary to that, we've got our next trip to Build Express. We're going to Manchester. So, come on. Again, remember our Build Express, we're trying to go to a new city every single month. So, just this weekend gone, we went to Birmingham. Awesome time there, great to see the Brummies. And then now, next month, which is going to be the 5th of March, we'll be in Manchester. We have the Build Station Build Express during the day, and then in the evening, we're working with the Manchester Blockchain Alliance to bring together all of the UK. BlockStart from Scotland are coming in, Blockchain Ireland are coming in. I hear ETH Oxford and ETH London are also coming up. So we're being able to help power that awesome entire UK meetup coming together. That mega Build Express during the day is something you probably don't want to miss. We're planning to really spice that one up, have a huge big moment there in Manchester, let everyone know that Solana doesn't play games, we mean business, and we're here to be able to make a huge impact on the community. All of these ETH Maxis are going to start changing their minds when they see what we've got planned. So make sure if you want to join us in there, again, 5th of March in Manchester, let me know. We're going to travel up as a unit, stay together, proper builder community vibes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We then, as you know, we've got these weekly build stops coming in. So if you're watching at home and you're not here right now, you're missing out. So make sure every single Friday we're going to be here and being able to bring together all of the communities. Cityhall's now in person, so none of this boring Discord stuff. We're doing it different, being able to get everyone here to showcase what's going on. And then talk about the earnings. So how can you earn a couple extra dollars in your pocket this week, this month? Well, the first big one is Solana Scribes. The first ever Writers Hackathon is happening, and it's just begun. Can we get like a hoorah for like the first ever Writers Hackathon? Mert and the Lampert DAO are pushing this forward. It's lovely to be able to see we're creating more opportunities for non-devs to get involved. There's over 125K available, 40 different tracks, 28 days. It's mega. Like, go to earn.superteam.fund/scribes, and you'll be able to find all the goodness there. So this is any writers in the room. This is your opportunity. Do some really cool stuff. There's everything from technical docs to writing comic books. Awesome to be able to see this. Next up, we have a little Twitter thread competition, up to $1,000 available for writing about FOMO. Like, this is awesome to be able to see. One of our own UK projects putting up more bounties, so we want to make sure to spotlight it. If you're interested in writing about Twitter threads, this is one to check out. And there's more content ones as well. If you haven't seen, Tensor are still running their competitions, where there's tons of different things from writing about their products to creating memes and Twitter threads. Awesome to be able to see a couple deep dives and a bit more technical stuff as well. But again, on earn.superteam.fund, tons of opportunities for creators to be able to get involved. And so make sure you don't miss out. as I said, we're doing our little bounty ourselves, so this is your chance to make sure that you've got all your notes, you've been able to go through the right things, and last chance to get your little QR codes. This is now the end as well, so you can have a couple seconds to get the photos, but I wonder if, Dom, if you want to come up, and then as kind of at the end, maybe Alex has arrived by then.
Luckily, I can get Alex to do the talk still, because I'll play the trailer. Where he's actually talking through it. And that way he can be here. He said he's 10 minutes out, so I think that the...
Dom, do you want to give the background of...
Yeah, I can give the background, because some stuff has changed since then. So, yeah, is this on? Oh, it's for the people there. So essentially, I think this one has the director is Tarsum Singh, but the director is Simon West, who did Lara Croft Tomb Raider, Con Air, Expendables 2, General's Daughter with John Travolta, The Mechanic with Jason Statham, but good action hero. So Antara Ibn Shaddad is sort of like the Alexander the Great of the Middle East, so Middle East, North Africa region, very well known. I think Alex's anecdote he usually says is that if someone's acting tough, in Saudi, if you've got a kid who's like acting tough, it's like, who do you think you are? Do you think you're Antar? He's that well known. It's like his poetry is studied across like Saudi, like William Shakespeare is here in the West. So it's a huge, huge deal. So even had to get the script looked at by Saudi like cultural department, government department, just to make sure that we weren't. It's like doing going to Macedonia and you know, doing something on Alexander the Great. You've got to make sure that you're telling it proper, or you know you're going to get in trouble. So yeah, I'll let.
Before you do, what's the relation to Solana?
Ah, yeah, of course. I should probably mention that. Yeah, so essentially, so my game studio is building out the official game for the official movie, and we're launching both the token and the NFTs associated with the game on Solana in maybe a couple of weeks. Without further ado. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm guessing Alex is still stuck in traffic, but he'll be around this evening anyway as soon as he gets in. But yeah, very exciting, and should be going live at least. The good thing about the fact that it is under the exact same IP, it's not like it's leased or anything. There's multiple different sequels as well under the same IP. The game is under the same IP, and we have a degree of like artistic license with co-promotion, as long as it doesn't encroach onto like the movie. But we have full ability to have like a downloadable QR code in like, you know, I know DVDs aren't a good example anymore, but on like, you know, DVDs or on the marketing materials, posters, billboards. So it can and does have the ability for some real world adoption, especially anyone who's played Clash of Clans. If you look at some of the top clans, it's always like Farsi or Arabic writing, and they spend a hell of a lot on games, especially. So it should be, you know, huge. So yeah, glad to be launching it on Solana and hopefully get your support. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course. Yeah, round of applause for Antara. And guess what? It's only possible on Solana. Awesome. Well, that is then our town hall for this evening. Remember, you can get your photos, you can get your QR codes, all your good stuff. All right, cheers everyone for being able to join us. Have a good night.